Hey guys, it's Kaylee.
Hey, it's Quentin.
And welcome back to our channel.
I would do it for you, baby, I'm not.
Sorry I haven't been posting lately. I was gonna do the baby shower vlog, but that didn't happen because I was too busy interacting with people and whatnot. But anyway, as you can see, I had our daughter, October 10th, 2018. So I'm gonna be telling my labor and delivery story. So I woke up to go
Sorry, I'm
pee.
throwing you around.
I woke up to go pee in the morning around like 6. I wake up like every morning, well, when I was pregnant, around 6 to pee, but I woke up to go to the bathroom, and the night before I lost my mucus plug. TMI, but I lost my mucus plug and I wasn't sure if I lost it or not. I sent him a picture. I'm like, any day now, like, but I sent him a picture and I said any day now, and I didn't know I was gonna go into labor the next day. The whole week before, I was like telling my mom, I swear I dropped, I dropped, and she's like, no, you didn't. So I go to the bathroom the next morning, and I was literally just gonna go right back to sleep because I pee and I go right back to sleep. But I wiped and I went to show my mom that I lost it, like, because I didn't know if it was just discharge. I didn't know if it was just that, but I went to go show her and she said, yeah, that's your mucus plug. So we go to the bathroom and I'm like, put a pad on and everything, and I go back in her room and I'm like started having these cramps. I didn't know if they were like Braxton's or not. So I was just like, Mom, like, I feel like something's gonna fall out. Like, I feel like she was gonna fall out, like something was pressing on my pelvic? No. What's it called? Cervix. So I look her in the eye, I'm like, Mom, I think it's time, like, I think it's gonna happen. So she automatically calls my Mimi, who was supposed to be in the birthing room, but she ended up not because I was in so much pain and I didn't really want her in there. So she calls her boyfriend because Mimi didn't answer, and she's like, hey, it's time, she's having contractions, yeah. So then, we get in my room. I'm like, I don't even have my hospital bag packed. Luckily, hers was packed, but mine wasn't. So I'm like trying to like go around getting my stuff in order, and I'm like having contractions. I'm like freaking out, and I sit on the edge of my bed because one of my friends said if you like sit on the edge of your bed and you bounce a little, it'll make your water break, and that didn't happen. So we get in my room, and she's helping me pack my hospital bag, and we call my OB and she says, how far are they? And literally they were actually 5 minutes apart, and I was like, no, they're 10 minutes apart. I didn't know. I thought they were Braxton's, but I wanted them to be real, so I was like, yeah, they're 10 minutes apart. So her boyfriend gets home, Landon, my stepdad. He gets home and we start timing them, and they were like really uneven. And at the time they were a minute apart and they were lasting 30 seconds, and I didn't know that was like real labor. I kept saying, I think it's just Braxton's. Well, I'm leaning over her crib over there, and I kept feeling pressure on my butt. People don't tell you that back contractions are actually your butthole hurting, like you feel like you have to poop, but yeah. So back contractions are not your back, they are your butt. Just letting you know, because no one told me that. I didn't know what was going on. So I kept telling my mom, I have to poop, I have to poop. But I was like scared, and I even sat on the toilet trying to go, and I couldn't. So we're timing him, and I lean over. My mom's getting my hospital bag packed. Literally, we didn't really even pack anything, just underwear, sweatpants. Got me dressed. I literally went in sweatpants and UGG boots, and they were capri sweatpants, so I looked ridiculous. We were waiting for my OB to call me back because we were supposed to have him for an hour, and she never called me back. So I'm like, Mom, I need to go. Like, I want to get to that hospital. And she's like, tell me, you don't want to go soon because you're going to be in there for a while. You don't want to go because you'll be in there for a while and you're going to be really uncomfortable in the hospital beds. Well, I'm like, I don't care. I want to get there. I want to get the epidural on me and whatnot. So we get in the car. We grab her car seat, grab her hospital bag, grab my hospital bag.
Someone pooped.
We gotta change her diaper. He's gonna change her diaper as I'm still talking. Anyway, so we get in the car. My mom lets me sit up front. I have my foot up on the window and my other foot on the dashboard. And Landon's like passing people left and right. He ran a stoplight.
He ran a stoplight for real?
Yeah, he ran a stoplight. So we get to the hospital. My mom pulls out, gets a wheelchair real quick. I get in the wheelchair, and when you have to go to the hospital, you have to like check in. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna have to sit here, and they're gonna have to check me in. And we get in there, and one nurse, like the nurses there were pathetic. Like they were really disrespectful, straight up mean. And luckily, I got a nice one right away. And she's like, is she in labor? And my mom was like, yeah, she's in labor. And she's like, okay, give me her. And my mom was like, I have to go wait for Landon because Landon had to go park the car.
Oh, good girl, no poop.
So she takes me, and we like go to the elevator, and this one bitch was like, you need to move, because she had another patient in a bed. And the other nurse was like, okay, like so nice, like didn't even. So we get to the elevator, and we have to like squeeze in, and there was like 2 carts. So we get there, and we get in, and she's like, I delivered a baby before, so if you deliver her in this elevator, I got you, like, you'll be good. Thank God I didn't. I was like, you're crazy, like, I'm not even in labor, like, literally, that's what I thought. So anyway, she's like, what does it feel like? I'm like, it feels like I have to poop. She's like, oh no, you're crowning. I'm like, shut up, no I'm not. So we get up there, they take me to like the monitoring room. Like there's different, like the monitoring room where they see if you're actually having contractions or not. So we get up there, and they're like, put this gown on. I'm like, oh my god. And my mom helped me put my gown on. I took everything off. I was like, I'm private, like I'm a private person, but this time I just didn't care. I like ripped everything off, and they come in, and I'm there like not screaming, I'm like moaning, because it like hurt really bad because of my butt. So they get in, and she checks my cervix. She's like, yeah, you're about 5 centimeters dilated. So literally 7:30 to like 9, I had contractions, and I was already 5 centimeters dilated, and I didn't know. So basically, I had an easy labor so far. My mom's like, oh my god, you're already halfway done. I was going through this with you, and I was only a centimeter dilated when I got here. So they take me to labor and delivery, and
Is that good? The diaper? Because it's like big.
yeah. They take me to the delivery room, and I basically don't remember anything. Quentin was at Votech at the time.
I was freaking out. Like, holy shit.
And my mom called him as we were on our way there, and she's like, I think it's time. And Julie, his mom, came and got him from Votech because he didn't have his car. It was at the school. And she went and got him. She was like going 100 down the freaking highway.
I was freaking out. I was like, I'm gonna miss it.
And
don't go.
He gets there like right when I'm almost done. Like, so I remember him like walking in, and he was holding my hand.
I wasn't.
So he gets there and he gets in and he's holding my hand and stuff, and I'm like screaming and stuff, like I was hurting. And they're like, okay, well, we're gonna order you an epidural, blah blah blah. So they order that, and everyone has to go out of the room because it's like a procedure. So there was one nurse, she was like, had a heat pad on my butt and she was pressing. I'm like, oh my god, it like felt good. I'm like, keep pressing my butt. So she was a great nurse. What else? Okay, where was I? So they get there and they like, I was having a contraction as they were putting in the epidural. So they put in the they sterilized my back and I would start having a contraction and I leaned back and went like this, and the lady was so disrespectful, and I'm surprised I didn't snap out. Like I said sorry after this. She went, yeah, you cannot do that, and push me down. Give mommy her hair back. So they put the epidural in, and as they're doing it, I felt like pushing. So I started pushing, and here my water broke. I didn't know. I'm like, I peed. She's hungry. So he's getting her bottle. So don't you start. Don't you start. He's getting it. Daddy's getting it. So as they put in the epidural, I'm telling the one lady, I was like, I'm peeing myself. So she lays me down and she looks at the pad. She's like, yeah, your water broke. And that they weren't supposed to put the epidural in that late. They didn't check me before they put the epidural in. But yeah. So they put the epidural in, and after that, I'm like, oh, I feel so good. Like, and his neighbor is the one who delivered her. She was my midwife. She comes in. I'm gonna feed her. So she comes in and she looks and she's like, give me a push. And I push like with all my might, and she's like, yeah, okay. And her eyes went. She goes out and everyone's out there. His mom, Landon, my mom, and him. And she comes in and they're coming in. She goes, yeah, it's time to push. And my mom's like, what? She's like, it's baby time. So she comes in, they get me all set up, and they're like, give me they literally had to tell me when I was having a contraction and when I needed to push because of the epidural. Like, I didn't know when I was having one. So 45 minutes later, she's here, and yeah, so I literally had a 5-hour labor, and a 45 minutes of pushing. So all in all, I had a pretty easy labor, good labor. Yeah, and she's such a good baby. She wakes up 2 or 3 times a night, depending on when she went. But here she is.
Awake.
And I will post or add in pictures of after, and I think I have like 1 or 2 of me in labor, but I will post them too. So yeah, that's my labor and delivery story, and I guess you can say meet my daughter too. So yeah, that's the end of this video. Hope y'all enjoyed. Like and subscribe.